Well, I wish I would have had time or have taken the time to do a review on this campground. I love the wooded area and being backed into it like that. Very cool spot. We are moving on today, leaving Pennsylvania, leaving Hershey, going to West Virginia, and we're hitting another harvest host. So this will actually be a video with a couple of harvest hosts in it, and we're going to get into those right after this. Oh my goodness, remember how I talked about how life happens even when you're traveling? Our day started, well, we were trying to pull out at 10 a.m. Our power had dropped off drastically, and then we heard a pop and this crazy hissing noise coming out. It is now 5 o'clock. We have a couple of pictures being stranded on the highway. No video, but it's now 5 p.m. They're still working on it. They're trying to figure out exactly what caused this hose to pop out, basically. The hose disconnected itself, but they got it back. It sounds good. It sounds like it's running, but there's still no power. And the exhaust filter was clogged to 90%. They got it down to about 60 by running it, but I also put that additive in, so that probably helped. But we're still not getting the power, so we got to figure out what's going on with the power. I'm hoping to get this figured out in the next little bit, because I'm kind of stranded 30 miles from Dawn. Now the good news is that we had a couple of very, very good friends that were still hanging around after the Hershey show. Charity and Shyla. Shyla came out with their truck and picked up the rig, because we're having trouble finding a tow service that would tow the truck with the rig. So they came out, picked up the Montana, and Dawn and Bailey went back to the campground with them, and I'm still here with the truck. Thank goodness we were members Thousand Trails. That's where they are at, and I was able to book 3 nights with them. We may only use 1, but I booked 3 just to be safe. I'm hoping I'll be able to drive back there in a bit. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know. But yeah, it's at least Dawn and Bailey were comfortable. It would have been an absolute nightmare if the 5th wheel had to be parked out here and they're just hanging out here with no air. So blessings do happen. Friends are awesome. And I have to admit, I absolutely love our Keystone Ambassador group. These people are amazing. So, my gosh, am I tired and worn out and stressed out. Yeah, but anyways, hopefully this will be taken care of, and it will only be but a distant memory soon enough. Okay.
Wondering what she's after? Let me show you. That is what she sees. Go get him, Billy. Go get him. Where's the geese? Where are they?
So I figured I'm finally at a point where I can do an update. What you saw was Monday, last Monday, the 16th of September. It is now Thursday the 19th. There's our rental car. This is our site. Actually, it's a really nice site. So I figured I'd give you an update of what's going on and what's happened. Oh my gosh, what a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster of stress and anxiety and everything else. So when we left off, I was at the shop and they couldn't figure out what was going on, and they needed to hold on to it another day to have a buddy of his run another diagnostics on it. So I took an Uber home, and yeah, it was quite a ways for the Uber to get here. I guess not bad for an Uber, 40 bucks to get from there to here. The next morning, it would have been 50 if I took the Uber back, but we didn't have to do that, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I finally get a call back from the guy, and he said, yeah, there's a lot of problems. There were a lot of problems with the truck. There's a couple sensors that had melted. The exhaust was completely jam-packed. It was just a disaster. He quoted me about $8,000 or a little over $8,000 for the repair. Then he suggested maybe I should go to the dealership for a trade-in. So we actually called the dealership and talked about, hey, what would it be to trade it in? They started running some numbers. We couldn't even get close to a monthly payment on that. Trucks are so expensive. And with ours, with the problem it was having, was not going to bring us in much of a down payment using the truck. Long story short, when I told them, no, the deal for trade-in is out, I get a call back from the service guy saying, hey, we looked into your truck and you're still under warranty till May. You have a $100 deductible, but we could take care of this off the $100 deductible. I love my truck, so I'm glad to hear that. But now we're dealing with a dealership that is going to be taking the truck and holding it for a while to do the repair. This is Thursday. I hope they look at it today. It got delivered to them yesterday, and they got to figure out parts. In the meantime, we're at this Thousand Trails. Now, remember, this is the 19th now, and this is as far as we got extended to. Well, I got another extension to the 20, where we had to leave on the 21st. That's still not going to be good because that's just a couple days away, and they were booked then. Well, I called in this morning. Another longer story, a little bit short. The people at Thousand Trails, I don't know if they felt sorry for me and they worked a lot of magic, or if there were cancellations because we're being looked over by a higher power or what. But we wound up getting it extended all the way to the 30th. So the truck should be finished next week. Cross fingers, cross everything. Yeah. So that would actually get us to the into the following week. So we're really hoping that's the case, that we don't have to try to extend anymore. Legally with Thousand Trails we couldn't, but these people have been super nice. I don't see how they would leave us stranded, especially with no way to pull this thing out of here. We're definitely not towing it with this. So that's where we are at this point. When I got the word this morning that we got this site extended to the 30th, I realized that was probably 90% of my stress at this time. The fact that it is under warranty and it's not going to cost us much more. We did have to pay the first repair guy, and to be honest, I don't know what repairs are. I'm not going to pass judgment, but I think that was a little exorbitant of what he charged me. I won't say anything here, and I won't mention the name of the company. Well, you know what? I won't mention the name of the company, but I will say what he charged me. It was, he wound up charging us, what was it, $700 for 2 hours of service and a tow. That could be about right, but that, I don't know, a little bit more than we wanted to pay at front at that point, especially being stuck here a while. So we have all these things that we had planned past this point that are one by one getting canceled. Now we will be doing a lot more Harvest Hosts, hopefully on the way back, to save some money on the travel back. But other than that, yeah, this has been quite an adventure. So coming up right now, I will be talking to you about the next update, which will probably be happening in a couple of days. So we're just going to hang tight, enjoy the beautiful weather we're having right now, and we'll get back to you really quick. You'll see it immediately. For me, it'll be probably a day or two, because I'm not going to post anything unless I take a walk around and show you this park. We're at the Thousand Trails Hershey. We were at Dutch Country, and this is Hershey, and this is not as wooded, but nice huge big green fields. There's these big trees, there's a huge clubhouse, there's a pond with tons of geese and ducks. We're right across the way to laundry and restrooms, though we don't really need the restrooms. And the roads are really wide and very maneuverable. Oh my gosh, the last few we've been to, it's been a nightmare. This has been really nice having these nice wide roads. So that's it for right now. We'll get back to you real quick. Oh my gosh, how can I forget? I just have to throw in one other little tidbit. Our neighbors that we found out, we didn't even realize they were here. Right across the way, we were at Tuxbury Pond with them. They were a few doors down. They fell in love with Bailey. Awesome, awesome people. They're two teachers, two women that are teachers, and they wound up driving us to get our rental car yesterday. And what an awesome, I mean, you meet awesome people camping. So big shout out to them. They're just wonderful, wonderful people from Texas. And yeah, thank them again for helping us out too. It's what a community this is. So anyways, that's it. We'll jump back into the video.
Haley, no. Great. Oh.
All right, so today is Thursday, the 3rd, of October. This is a day we actually get to turn in the rental car and pick up our truck. This has been really quite an ordeal, and I'll go into more of it, of what all's happened. But yeah, it's been a couple of weeks that they've been working on this thing. It's a lot of it had to do with the warranty issues and making sure that it was not our fault. And now I'm beginning to question the fact that it might have been the fault of well, I won't name names yet, but another dealership that might have put a non-Mopar part in our truck, which could have caused an issue that was a chain reaction. That's a question I'm going to be asking this dealer, this repair guy, when we get there. So Don is driving us, and we're heading to, I don't even know, try to pronounce the name, Sioka, whatever, Ram dealership in Duncannon, Pennsylvania. So here we go. So the gentleman who was working on the truck seems to be extremely knowledgeable about these things, and well, good to know because he's working on my truck. But he did bring up the fact that as he was finishing things off, he was still getting some strange readings, and he thought to look at the air filter and saw that the air filter was actually not the correct air filter that should have been on that truck. It was a second or third party air filter. Problem being that it was not handling the air through the system, which therefore relates to the exhaust, which possibly caused the whole thing to mess up. As soon as he changed out the air filter, he said all the readings were good, everything was clean, and no problem. So I need to find out, did that air filter, is that the reason for the meltdown that we had? It's one of those things where cause and effect, it started a chain reaction, which eventually caused the whole thing to go south on us. And if that's the case, I'm going to be having a conversation with my dealer, with the other dealership that put that air filter in, because we are going to have to pay for the air filter. It's about a $70 part, nothing's cheap. And but the rest of it was fully covered. It was about $12,000+ of parts into that exhaust system that had to be changed out, but that was all covered under warranty, so that's a good thing. Don had to run back inside to grab a few things, but yeah, this is an experience that I do not want to have to repeat. Here she comes. The way the whole thing worked, getting the car towed to a different place, and then here we are way the heck and gone from where we are camped, but the job got done. Oh, there it is. I see my truck right there. Here we go. Where's service? There it is. Mopar service. Let's go ahead and get this thing taken care of. There's the paperwork, there's the truck. Let's get out of here. So I'm in the process of getting ready to leave for tomorrow morning. So I'm getting the dump done right now. But yeah, truck is back, running great. It better. But what an ordeal. So I don't know what's happening yet as far as the video goes. There's a lot of things we were supposed to have been doing. A lot of part of the trip we kind of lost because of the time spent here. And we did very little while we were here, so that goes without saying. We were going to be in Branson, Missouri. That's not happening. We do have a couple of stops that I do plan not to lose out on. And we got a couple of harvest hosts that we're going to be going to. And this time we really are going. I've already booked them, and we'll be talking about that. So this could be the end of this video. Few more things to do before we go, so we're going to go ahead and get those done and get ready to move on. Next part of the adventure. So this will be the end of this video, so make sure you hit that subscription button, thumbs up for good measure, notification bell lets you know when we post every Sunday at 2, and we will see you on the road.